It's recognized as the birthplace of Silicon Valley, a small two-story Palo Alto house that, in 1938, two young students rented rooms from as they tried to figure out what to do with their lives. William R. Hewlett and David Packard chose to make and sell an improved audio oscillator, taking over the house's back garage as their workshop to start an electronics business out of their home. The company, Hewlett-Packard, today known as HP, marked the beginning of startup culture, where technology has made it possible for generations of students to launch influential businesses out of their basements or garage. It inspired Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak to create Apple, and Bill Gates and Paul Allen to create Microsoft. Every year, HP holds just over 100 private tours of the buildings, where every workbench, every vacuum tube and oscillator, and Bill's ham radio has been carefully preserved as it was more than 80 years ago. Stepping into that space to pay my respects, I was delighted to see Dave Packard's personal drill press that marked the first tool placed in the garage. My father, Thomas Abel, also began his company with a drill press, making instruments for Environment Canada, with it tucked at first into a closet and then moved into a small shack by the road, no bigger than HP's garage. It made me giggle to see that Hewlett and Packard named their first oscillator design a Series 200 model, not 100, to make it seem like they had already been selling electronics, that this wasn't their first effort, although it was. It worked. Their first big success was selling Series 200 audio oscillators to Walt Disney for use on the movie Fantasia. My father named his business Third Company Products for exactly the same reason and to similar success, and it's such familiar experiences that make these spaces a rewarding pilgrimage for tech startups. That it felt like I was visiting my childhood meant I was immediately comfortable in the HP garage, as if visiting a relative's home, not a museum. We think of Silicon Valley as being a California thing, but tech is a global phenomenon, and so the startup story is one being written everywhere, including my father's shop in Toronto. It's any garage where you dare to work out your dreams.